October is synonymous with the Indian festive season. With Durga Puja around the corner, our member, Professor Rita Chattopadhyay, brings to you shlokas and a cultural program visualized by her. Autumn is the season for the great Indian festival, the Durgotsav or Navratri. It is not only pan-Indian, but it has its wide acceptance in Southeast Asian region at large. Our member Professor Rita Chattopadhyay takes us through the history, from the Sastras and from various regional forms of this festival. A journey from the far past to the present. Professor Chattopadhyay taught Sanskrit in Women's College, Rabindra Bharati University and Jadavpur University.
Trahi Durge Durgati Nashini. O Goddess Durga, protect us from all evils. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharani Trambake Gauri Narayani Navastute. Durga Puja is not just a religious festival of the Hindus, but it has also been transformed into a national festival of India. It is known in some states and countries such as Nepal, Sikkim, Bhutan, Tibet, etc., performed from time immemorial. Besides, even in places outside India such as China, Japan, Tibet, Cambodia, Java, Durga Puja is performed. In Japan, Durga Puja commenced long before. Durga has been worshipped during the reign of Queen Shinko. Durga Puja has pervaded the consciousness of the Hindus in India and abroad for ages together. Historians say that people in India have been worshipping the goddess Durga for more than 11,000 years. Durga is considered to be the goddess of the universe. She possesses different forms and aspects. Parvati, spouse of Shiva, is a form of Durga. According to the prayer of devotees, this Devi assumes diverse forms. She is worshipped in 64 forms as Adya Durga, Veda Garbha, Ambika, Bhadrakali, Bhadra, Shemankari, Naikabahu, Adya Shakti, Kattayani, Kalaratri, Chandraghanta, and so on and so forth. In South India, she is worshipped more in her fierce and terrible forms. Devi, in her gentle aspects and moods, assumes the forms of Kanya, Kamakshi, and Mukamba. In Kerala, the Devi is called Bhagavati also. In Andhra Pradesh, Yakulambika. In Tamil Nadu, Kannaki. Worship of the Devi is supposed to be more than 4,000 to 11,000 years old in India. In religious literature from Vedic times up to date, Devi occupies an important place. In modern India, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa, Guru of Swami Vivekananda, was a great devotee of Durga. In Mahabharata, there are various references to Devi. When the Pandavas entered the capital of Virata for their life incognito, they worshipped Durga, who appeared to them and granted them certain boons. At the commencement of the great war, Arjuna, at the advice of Krishna, prayed to Durga, who appeared in the sky and granted him boons for the victory in the war. The nomenclature applied to the divine Shakti Durga, whether in hymns or in prayers or in any religious texts, such as Devi Purana, Markandeya Purana or Brahma Vivarta Purana, is truly worthy of special attention. The word Durga has two components, maybe Durga or Durga or Durgama, etc., etc. Durga is she who is very difficult to go against. Durga has many connotations. That Durga has two components, Durga and Da. Now Durga has a good many connotations. Durga means different demons. Durga means disease. Durga means Mahavigna. Durga means Shoka. Durga means Naraka or hell. And A means slayer or hanta. So Durga destroys many different demons or evils. Thus, she slays Chandamunda, Mashishasura, Durgama, Durga, Dhumralochana, Raktavija, and many more. She kills the demon Durga, she kills Durgama, the dangerous demon. In Brahmavaivarta Purana, the slaying of Durgama is described vividly. There, Durga herself says, Adya Praviti me nama Durgeti khyati mishyati Durgo daitasya samale patanadati Durgamat. In Devi Bhagavat also, almost in the same tone, Durga says, Atraiva vadhishyami Durga Makhyam Mahasuram Durga Devi ti vikhyatang Tanme Nama Bhavishyati, which means from today onwards I will be called Durga since I have killed Durgama, the notorious demon.
Did you know that the share of the Indian population over the age of 60 is projected to increase from 8% in 2015 to 19% in 2050? In fact, by the end of the century, it will go up to nearly 34% of the total population in the country. This is an inevitable and irreversible demographic reality, as improvements in health and medical care have led to increased longevity. The old age dependency in the population is gradually but consistently increasing, as there is a distinct demographic transition to increased lifespan and smaller families. Add to this the elderly's preference for aging in place. Migration of children due to professional requirements often sees the elderly living alone or only with the spouse. Through extensive research and personal interaction, we too found that the elder's own home is the strongest bond between them and their immediate socio-physical environment. However, the special needs of the elderly need to be addressed. Support Elders brings to the elderly a sustainable ecosystem by providing comprehensive support in the comfort of their own homes.
Daily evening calls, they are the ones. Any day I don't get a call from anybody. At least in the evening I do get the call from support elders. Somebody asks me, are you well? Have you eaten? Have you taken your medicines? So I feel that there is somebody watching over me.
We at Support Elders work towards enhancing the quality of life of elders. With our well-entrenched technology, team of ex-servicemen and state-of-the-art alarm centers, we provide 24/7 medical emergency services and 360-degree comprehensive at-home support to elders.
There was a crisis with my husband. He had to be admitted into hospital. So I just dialed the number, and within 20 minutes, the gentleman who answered the phone, he said, "Do you need an ambulance?" I said, "Yes." So he arranged an ambulance. He brought it. Within 20 minutes, he was here with the ambulance, and we were able to shift him to, to the hospital or whatever needed to be done. And then, so that was really very good. I was very thankful for that.
It's very peaceful to the mind. I really am always happy because I'm with you. I'm with Support Elders. That gives me a lot of peace in my mind.
We provide sophisticated, customized, technology-enabled solutions which include digital tracking and remote health monitoring, as well as regular updating our members' kin or care sponsors.
The Support Elders Alarm Center team members spread across multiple cities are on high alert 24/7, as we are the first who receive information about members' medical emergencies. As soon as the alert button is pressed or we receive a call, we call them back to understand the whole situation, and simultaneously we track our caregiver nearest to the member's location.
Then, the Alarm Center team arranges for an ambulance if required, finds out the availability of beds in the member's preferred hospital, coordinates with all of them, and also updates the member's kin.
In case of emergency, I know someone is waiting for my call. So that feeling is very good.
All the ladies who stay alone, even not alone with husbands even, they should take this Support Elders membership, and they will definitely have better time, as I am having.
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम प्रदीप कुमार सिंह है। मैं भारतीय सेना में 18 साल नौकरी करके रिटायर्ड हुआ। वहाँ से नौकरी छोड़ने के बाद मैंने सपोर्ट एल्डर ज्वाइन किया। हमारा काम यहाँ पे सपोर्ट एल्डर में है कि हमारे जो सीनियर सिटीजन्स हैं, जो हमारे एल्डर्स हैं, उन्हें सपोर्ट देना, मेडिकल इमरजेंसी में काम देना।
We could rely on him. We could rely on the support elders. That helped us a lot in my husband's getting the surgery done. He came. He took him at about 7 o'clock, and it took about the whole day, getting the dates, then the admission, taking him. Mr. Sinha from the Support Elders, he made sure that he never faced any inconvenience, and for that entire duration. That was a big help for us.
Social interaction and being connected is essential for mental well-being and cognitive fitness. So, we facilitate creative, cultural and educational pursuits to encourage our members to chase their cherished dreams, discover new passions, or just socialize and interact with others. These promote positive aging and help to keep dementia and loneliness and even depression at bay.
My parents are members of your extended family since last year. In the couple of instances where my father had to be hospitalized, we received extremely professional, prompt and very touching services from your team, and we are very grateful for that.
My name is Amit Kumar Datta. I joined Support Elders after completion of 16 years of service in Indian Army. The dedication and disciplined life of Indian Army helped me a lot to serve our elderly members. My enthusiasm, my spirit helped me a lot in several cases where I have to reach on time and save them.
I did not visit bank, ECHS, post office, even the mall. I never went out of the house. I stayed at home and they brought everything for me.
During this pandemic, when we are asked not to go out, and at the same time we need many things like ration, etc. So then she suggested that why don't you ask our support elders staff. I said normally they are not supposed to do these things, they are supposed to do medical things, but how can I ask them to buy groceries and all? But when I approached them, it was complied with, and we are practically very cozy with that arrangement, that whenever we required something, we said beforehand that this is the thing, tomorrow we may require. Even like milk, we got it. My son's in-laws are in Hyderabad. They have made them members from the USA itself.
We provide professional care with empathy and compassion. Serving elders since 2014, Support Elders is a trustworthy and reliable platform with a proven track record of consistent delivery and thoughtful service.
Many battles with demons have been described in detail in the numerous myths in religious texts. Among the many battles, the most important is the one where she fights against Mashishasura, the buffalo demon. It is by slaying him that she receives her most well-known epithet, Mashishasura Mardini, the buffalo trampler. Jaya Jaya he Mashishasura Mardini, Ramya Kapardini Shaila Shrute. So Durga is impassible, she is unattainable, and she is the goddess, the unfathomable, invincible, and she is the one who is beyond reach. According to some scholars, Durga literally means Lady of Difficult Terrain, either because she is considered inaccessible or because she has a preference for inaccessible dwelling places. Myths associate her with mountains, either the Himalayas or the Vindhyas or the forests. However, these mountainous regions were areas that were considered geographically peripheral to civilized society because they were considered fairly inaccessible except through heroic efforts. The Vindhyas in particular were regarded as dangerous because of the violent and hostile tribes inhabiting the area. Thus her epithet Vindhyavasini becomes appropriate. It is also possible that the goddess was originally conceived of as the protectress of forts or Durgas. So Devi Durga killed Durgama, who was the demon of drought. Once Durgama, by his sincere prayer and penance, was blessed by Brahma and locked all the four Vedas in his prison. No prayers, no penance were in Devalaka or heaven. The situation became so bad that Varuna, the god of rain, and Indra, the god of thunder, they could not create any rain or thunder. With no rain, slowly all the water or Prithviloka dried up. All plants, animals and humans were in a sad state. When it looked like the drought would never end, the people could do one thing. They only earnestly prayed to the god. In turn, the gods in heaven, they cried, O Adi Shakti, Durga, We are powerless. Please, we are really powerless. Please do something. And we cannot help the people of the earth. Durga, alias Adi Shakti, saw the state of Martya Loko or Prithvi Loko or this earth. She was moved. 100 eyes appeared on her body. She took the form of Satakshi. Tears gushed out from all her eyes like thick waterfalls for 9 days and 9 nights. This made the dry rivers, lakes and oceans in this earth, in this mortal world, overflew with water. After giving back water, Satakshi became Shakambhari, the goddess of vegetation, and gave them grains, fruits and vegetables. Durgama was angry and he fumed. How dare someone act more powerful than I, Durgama, the ruler of the three worlds, Swarga, Martya and Patala? And immediately he came with a large army to fight her. Now seeing him ready for a fight, the goddess Durga appeared in her warrior form, and after a long fight, she attained victory. Now the Vedas were freed from Durgama's prison. The chanting of the Vedas, again it was started, and they came back to Brahma. The sages were able to read and chant and recite the Vedas. And once again, the gods could do their duties as they had. So Devi Durga killed Durgama, who was the demon of drought, and for that matter, even Mahisha, Shumbha, Nishumbha, all of them are seen as the personifications of drought. Goddess Durga possesses many forms and aspects. 9 of these are together known as Navadurga. In Sanskrit, Nava means 9. So, Navadurga means 9 forms of Durga. Each of these 9 forms stands for one Shakti or powerful quality of the goddess. Actually, it is in the form of these Shaktis Durga or Adi Shakti lives in everyone. First form is Shailaputri. Shaila means mountain and Putri means daughter. So Durga is the daughter of mountain, either of Himalayas or of Vindhyas. Shailaputri, the guardian of the earth, represents the girl power. Shailaputri or Durga here represents the princess who set out on an adventure, keeping aside her fears. Second form is Brahmacharini, the young lady who meditated for many years. Here, Durga represents the patience of mind. In Kalidasa's great Mahakavya Kumarasambhavam, This austere penance has been described vividly. Third form is Chandraghanta. Here, Durga is the angry bride who wear a deadly bell. In Gangur festival of Rajasthan, this form Chandraghanta is worshipped and enjoyed. Here the people enjoy the wedding of Durga with Shiva. Fourth form is Kushmanda, the bright beacon. Here the Durga is happy one whose smile became her jewel. In this form of Kushmanda, Devi says, I live inside you as creativity. Skandamata, fifth form, a mother of everyone. Skanda is Kartika, the heroic son. Kartika is the Devo Senapati. Durga is the brave mother of a heroic son, Kartika. Now the sixth form is Katyayani. In this form, Durga is worshipped as the slayer of difficult demon. In this form, Durga symbolizes determination. Golupadi festival also may be mentioned in South India. Seventh form is Kalaratri. Here, Durga is the festive fighter who gave Asuras a fright. Kalaratri is worshipped on the seventh day. Kalaratri form of Durga symbolizes courage. The eighth form is Mahagauri, the peace-loving goddess who is compared to all things white, that is, pure. Durga did a lot of amazing things besides creating new selves and defeating evils such as Asuras. She loved changing the colors, skin tones. Mahagauri form of Navadurga worshipped on the 8th day of Navaratri. As for example, Chandraghanta, here we find Durga's color is golden, while Ambika and Kalaratri are dark-skinned. Mahagauri represents fairness, as pure as nature. This fairness is not connected to the external skin tone, but this fairness teaches us to treat everyone and everything around equally with respect, just like nature does. In Telangana, Bathukamma Panduga, this festival is celebrated with great grandeur. In Telangana and in some other regions of Andhra Pradesh also, Bathukamma festival is celebrated during Navaratri. In Telugu, Bathukamma Panduga means Mother Goddess come alive. By saying this, devotees request Sati, a form of Parvati in previous birth, to come alive. Sati was reborn as Parvati, but the people here believe Sati appears every year in the form of flowers too. During the festival, the women carry stacks made of seasonal flowers. The next form, ninth form, is Siddhidatri. In this form, Durga bestows you everything and fulfills your every desire. She is Sarvartha Sadhika. In the eastern region, Durga is worshipped as Dashabhuja. Dasha means 10 and Bhuja means arms or hands. So Durga is worshipped as 10-handed Devi. These 10 hands hold 10 weapons, and each of the weapons was gifted to her by different gods of heaven. 10 weapons symbolizes 10 good qualities inside. The asuras too live inside human being as bad habits, bad qualities and bad elements. So, Durga lives inside human beings as strength, as good qualities, and asuras live inside human beings as bad qualities, bad habits. Now the weapons are given by the gods. First one, Sudarshan Chakra, that is the spinning disc that has been gifted to Durga by Vishnu or Narayana, and Sudarshan Chakra helps to differentiate between good or right. Second one is Trishula. So Durga is Shulini. Trishula is gifted by Shiva, and Trishula gives the power to destroy and create. Third one is Shankha. Durga with this Shankha, she is Shankhini. Shankhini binds you and the universe through the sound Om, that is the Shankha or conch. Then Banavashini. Bana means arrows. These banos and bows, Dhanush Dharini, have been gifted by Pavanadeva, Vayu, and this Dhanurvana gives strength to face problems. Durga is Kamala, Kamala Lochana. This Kamala or lotus that builds humility. She is Khadgini too, and Khadga or sword that gives knowledge and sharpens the mind. This Khadga has been gifted by Kaladeva. She is Sarpini too, Sarpa or snake that keeps you alert and aware always, that has been gifted by Anantanaga. And Gadini, Durga, she has Gada, mace, and that builds loyalty. And last but not the least, she is Parashudharini. Parashu means axe, and this axe gives us courage, that has been gifted by Vishwakarma Deva. From time immemorial, Durga has been worshipped, and Durga Puja, that is worship of Durga, goes by various names such as Durga Puja, Navaratri, Mahanavaratri, Saraswati Puja, Ramanavaratri, etc. Navaratri is the time when people around the world, especially in the state of Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Maharashtra, etc., Nava Durga is worshipped for 9 days and 9 nights. And moreover, some people celebrate Navaratri not once, not twice, but 5 times in a year. Chaitra Navaratri, Rama Navaratri and Mahanavaratri are well known. Each of these 9 days and 9 nights is devoted to one form of the Navadurga. Devotees across the world, they worship the goddess Durga in their own unique ways. Some offer special foods, some sing special songs related to Durga, some perform their dance Some make their idols, some right their wrongs. In Gujarat, Garba dance performances are very much well known. This is performed on all the 9 nights. Thus, in Gujarat, Navaratri Puja means world's longest dance festival. In the 4th form, Kushmanda, there we find that is performed in the South India, especially in Tamil Nadu. A demon with a pumpkin head is called Kushmandasura. People in Tamil Nadu hang a pumpkin painted with a demon face at the entrance of their homes to keep jealousy, sickness and other bad things away. This festival is called Drishti Pusanikkai. In Tamil, Pusanikkai is a pumpkin and Drishti Pusanikkai means the pumpkin that wards off the evil eyes. To make sure no evil spirits harm them, the people pray to the goddess Durga and smash such demon fest on the ground during Navaratri Puja. Durga Puja in the eastern India, especially in West Bengal, is celebrated with great grandeur. Grand pandals are built, larger-than-life clay idols of various forms of Durga depict different stories of Puranas. The slaying of Mashishasura by Katyayani form of Durga is a popular theme there because Durga Puja begins on the 6th day of Navaratri, which is called Shashti.
Jaya Jaya he Mashishasura Mardini Pardini Shailasute.
In West Bengal, Kumartuli area in North Kolkata is known for its idol makers. Kumaro has been derived from Kumbhakaro, and Kumbhakaro means claymaker. Dashera or Dasara or Vijayadashami, this is a festival celebrated everywhere in India. It literally means the 10th day of Puja, which indicates victory of Durga over evils. Especially in South India, on this day, Saraswati is considered to be the transfiguration of Durga. As people became less superstitious, they began to consider the story of killing Mashishasura as a metaphorical. They began to mean the killing of ignorance. So the day of victory of Devi Durga, the same as Saraswati, is considered to be the auspicious moment for the beginning of learning. The warrior places his weapons, the man of literature his books and pen, and the musician his musical instruments such as harmonium, tabla, tanpura, sitar, flute, etc. They all place them at the feet of Devi Durga and with devotion and worship receives them back from Devi on the Vijayadashami day at the auspicious moment. In several native states, this festival used to be celebrated under the sponsorship of the royal family as a state festival. Kerala performs this festival from olden times. Celebrate this festival under the patronage of the Banchi royal family. In West Bengal also, this is a state festival, and a huge grandeur in carnival is noticed during the day of Vijayadashami. Ramalila. In Delhi, Varanasi and other regions of North India, a folk drama called Ramlila is performed during Navaratri and especially on the day of Dasera. Dressed up as the epic's characters, people act out the Ramayana. On Dashera, the character playing Prince Rama shoots a lit-up arrow towards a huge effigy of Ravana. This dummy is stuffed with hay and crackers. So, as it burns down, it leaves behind a trail of fireworks, crackling and sparkling. Kota Dasera Mela. This is found in Rajasthan. Especially in the Kota city in Rajasthan, it is celebrated Rama's victory by burning down effigies of Ravana. Not only Ravana and his brothers Meghnad and Kumbhakarna, their effigies also are burnt. With a height of around 75 feet each, these are among the tallest in the country. For 25 days after Dashera, crowds throng the Kota Dashera Mela, the longest Dashera fair in India, and participate in competitions. In Punjab and Haryana, Hanuman Swaroop celebration is dressed up like Hanuman from the 7th day of Navaratri until Dashera. These Hanuman Swaroops roam the streets of Punjab and Haryana, very difficult task since their mask and headgear together weigh around 20 kgs. On Dashera, as Ravana's effigy crumbles, the Hanuman Swaroops cheer and dance. The Laya community's men dress up like Hanuman from the 7th day of Navaratri until Dashera.
Thank you ever so much for spending your time with us. We hope you have enjoyed watching the program. Before we say bye-bye, we have a little request. Please spend a second to click on the subscribe button. No, this is not a financial subscription. It only means that you have seen and liked the program and subscribing to this channel so that you can watch many more such programs that we intend to bring to you. Thank you once again.